Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 movie ending songs.
Just call me angel of the morning, angel. Just touch my cheek before you leave me, baby.
For this list, we'll be looking at the best song choices that finished a movie. While there are many iconic animated movie tracks, like I'm a Believer from Shrek, we'll be excluding them this time as they could fill up a list of their own. Needless to say, there's a big spoiler warning for the following films. Did we miss one of your favorite movie ending songs? Let us know in the comments below. Number 20. Iron Man by Black Sabbath. Iron Man. While it might be on the nose, the end song for the Marvel film Iron Man still provides the needed jolt to emphasize a surprise ending.
I'm just not the hero type, clearly, with this laundry list of character defects, all the mistakes I made.
As Tony Stark announces that he's been the Armored Crusader all along, the erupting chaos gives way to the metal classic.
I am Iron Man.
Sure, Black Sabbath's famous hit was an obvious choice, but it sold the moment better than any track could. Leaving comic book fans pumped, this song ensured that every theater goer would leave with a dose of pure metal energy. As the unofficial theme of the movie, the rock riff of Iron Man is the jewel in the crown of a hugely entertaining movie. Number 19. Surf Rider by The Lively Ones. Pulp Fiction. After the many twists and turns of Quentin Tarantino's Pulp Fiction, the film finally ends back at the beginning of the story.
I hate to shatter your ego, but this ain't the first time I've had a gun pointed at me.
Hitmen Jules and Vincent survive a robbery at a diner and casually exit before the cops arrive.
I think we should be leaving now.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
In a laid-back stroll, the stars leave the restaurant as Surf Rider rings out. Playing into the film's usage of surf rock, this track by The Lively Ones was the perfect song to encapsulate the cool demeanor of the assassin's exit. Helping to get across an easygoing California vibe, their beach-inspired single brilliantly wrapped up this 90s masterpiece. Number 18. Just Like Honey by the Jesus and Mary Chain. Lost in Translation. Sofia Coppola's romantic comedy Lost in Translation features an iconic performance from Bill Murray, along with a stellar soundtrack.
I'm in your arms, and you are kissing me.
To close out the film, Coppola's choice of Just Like Honey captures the wistful and melancholic nature of the open-ended conclusion. After Murray's character whispers an unheard message to Scarlett Johansson, the two part ways to most likely never see each other again. Capturing the mood, the Jesus and Mary Chain song haunts the final minutes as the actor contemplates his future. Something in the track soothes the viewer, making it seem that the two leads were changed for the better. Whatever the true meaning of the ending was, Just Like Honey provided the perfect counterpoint. Number 17. Heroes by David Bowie. The Perks of Being a Wallflower. Early in The Perks of Being a Wallflower, lead character Charlie accompanies his two new friends through a tunnel while listening to this David Bowie song.
Turn it up!
Got it, Your Highness.
Oh, we can be heroes just for one day.
That track, Heroes, would come to be their anthem as a friend group and as people. It's only fitting that it comes back once more to end the film.
These moments are not stories. This is happening. I am here, and I am looking at her, and she is so beautiful.
Driving through the same tunnel, Charlie stands up and embraces the wind as the inspirational hit plays the film out. Despite all of the character's personal troubles and uncertainties, it's the final moment that provides him with a new lease on life. With the help of Bowie's glorious song, anything feels possible for the young cast as they drive into the night. Number 16, See You Again by Wiz Khalifa featuring Charlie Puth. Furious 7. In honor of Paul Walker, the end of Furious 7 featured a heartfelt tribute to the actor.
It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again.
With a song by Wiz Khalifa and Charlie Puth, the pop and hip-hop mashup served up an emotional climax and fitting end for the character Brian. Watching the lead actors drive one last time was a special moment that recalled their relationship going back to the first film. Serving up poetic rhymes, Khalifa raps about mourning those who we've left behind.
First you both go out your way and the vibe is feeling stronger. What's small turn to a friendship turn to a bond, and that bond will never be broken, the love will never get lost.
In an intense chorus, singer Puth delivers the hook in a trademark pitch-perfect performance.
This is your car?
My car? You're all free. Home is sweet home.
Punctuating a successful film with a grounded moment of reflection, this ending track proved that even a film like Furious 7 could tug at the heartstrings. Number 15, Extreme Ways by Moby. The Bourne Supremacy. After nearly getting caught by the authorities and assassinated by a Russian hitman, Jason Bourne makes it out of this sequel to fight another day. In his last moments on screen, the former agent calls CIA Deputy Director Pamela Landy.
I hear you're still looking for me.
Bourne?
To help sell the moment, the series' signature song Extreme Ways gives way to one of the series' best moments. After Bourne gets another clue about his identity, he reveals that he's been watching her the entire time.
Get some rest, Pam. You look tired.
Moby's introductory cue, with its loud strings, was never used more fittingly. The sense of surprise accentuates the final line, sending the titular operative off to his next adventure.
Extreme ways are back again, extreme places I didn't know. I broke everything new again, everything that I'd owned.
Number 14, Stand By Me by Ben E. King. Stand By Me. There was no chance that Stand By Me would end without the Ben E. King classic playing at least once. Over the course of the film, the track serves as a theme for the loyalty between four young friends. After he recalls his childhood adventures, the older Gordy looks to his own children as the King hit echoes his final sentiments.
Dad, can we go now?
You ready?
Yeah, we've been ready for an hour.
Okay, I'll be right there.
You said that a half hour ago.
According to the lead narrator, there's nothing better than the friendships you have as a kid. While the wise writer leaves to hang out with his own kids, the song becomes much more than an obvious choice.
When the night has come and the land is dark and the moon is the only light we'll see.
Earning a place at the end of a heartfelt film, Stand By Me capitalizes on an equally beloved work of art.
Just as long as you stand by me.
Number 13, Everybody's Gotta Learn Sometime by Beck. Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. Mixing romance and sci-fi, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind contemplated a world where you can erase a relationship from your memory.
Only I could meet someone new. I guess my chances of that happening are somewhat diminished.
Jim Carrey's Joel unsuccessfully recants on the procedure, but ends up reconnecting with his love anyways. Beck's words bring out the hurt and emotion at the heart of this story. Even if Joel and Clementine can't make it work, there's a chance they'll learn from their past mistakes.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Simple and somber, the track delivers the tough love that both the characters and the audience need. Bringing a masterful film to a poignant end, Everybody's Got to Learn Sometime makes us believe in both the possibility and imperfections of love.
Change your heart. Look around you.
Number 12. Born Slippy.Nux by Underworld. Trainspotting. Trainspotting and its soundtrack made for one of the cultural touchstones of 90s cinema. As a group of Scottish friends struggle with addiction, Renton kicks the habit and makes off with their cash. Matching the renewed energy of the main character, Born Slippy.Nux sends the movie out with a kaleidoscope of trippy sounds. Recounting the opening scene, the character remembers the mantras that kept him moving forward as the underworld piece plays.
I'm cleaning up and I'm moving on, going straight and choosing life. I'm looking forward to it already. I'm going to be just like you.
On a list of bangers, the dance hit brings a surprising amount of sincere emotion to the final moments of Trainspotting. Underworld's Born Slippy.Nux provides a bouncy synth track to follow Ewan McGregor into a questionable world.
Walks in the park, 9 to 5, good at golf, washing the car, choice of sweaters, family Christmas, index pension, tax exemption, clearing the gutters, getting by, looking ahead, the day you die.
Number 11. The End by Doors. Apocalypse Now. Francis Ford Coppola's vision of Vietnam began and ended with the immortal words of Jim Morrison.
This is the end, beautiful friend.
Following Willard's descent into madness as he kills Kurtz, Apocalypse Now needed a song to match the surreal and poetic feel of the film. Bookending the movie, the end foreshadows the darkest reaches of the characters' souls.
Come on, baby, take a chance with us. Come on, baby, take a chance with us.
Having already provided a soundtrack for the late 60s and early 70s, the Doors' music was primed to score a story about the Vietnam War. After Kurt's death, the lead assassin boards a riverboat to reconsider his actions. In conclusion, the end heightens the impact of a cerebral war film like Apocalypse Now. Number 10. Bittersweet Symphony by The Verve. Cruel Intentions. A modern box office success, Cruel Intentions adapted Dangerous Liaisons into a high school setting.
What is going on? Don't you people have any respect?
Plotting a devious game of deception, step-siblings Sebastian and Catherine corrupt the lives of other students. With the game leaving the former sibling dead and the latter humiliated, it's only fitting that Bittersweet Symphony concluded the twisted plot on an ambiguous note.
'Cause it's a bittersweet symphony that's life.
The iconic strings enter into the final funeral scene as Catherine gets her comeuppance. The highly acclaimed track only makes the movie's dramatic conclusion more impactful. With the greatness of the Verve's performance behind it, Cruel Intentions ends in a wave of both happiness and anguish.
I let the melody shine, let it cleanse my mind, I feel free now.
Number 9. A Real Hero by College and Electric Youth. Drive. With a nod to the 80s, Drive paid tribute to crime films with an iconic soundtrack.
There she is. Chevy Impala, most popular car in the state of California. No one will be looking at you.
One of many great songs, A Real Hero provided the driver with an awesome anthem. Through Nicholas Winding Refn's vision, the Los Angeles criminal underworld never sounded better. Nothing makes the final drive more atmospheric than this dreamy synth-powered song. Once Ryan Gosling's wounded wheelman drives into the sunset, it becomes clear with this piece accompanying him that real heroes don't wear capes. Even if the main character didn't get to be with Carey Mulligan, he did get to drive away with a supremely cool track.
Real human being and a real hero. Real human being.
Without College and Electric Youth's musical collaboration, Drive would have been a missing and vital ingredient for its striking outcome. Number 8. My Way by Sid Vicious. Goodfellas. By the end of Goodfellas, gangster Henry Hill became an informant to save his life.
See him here in the courtroom today? Yes. Could you please point him out for the members of the jury?
Having lost almost everything, the former mobster plans to live out a boring existence in witness protection. In choosing the final song, Scorsese could have easily picked the classic Sinatra version of My Way to describe the character's decisions.
More than this, I did it my way.
Instead, he chose Sid Vicious's unsympathetic and scorching rendition to end the film. Since the singer's performance comes off like an unremorseful and tongue-in-cheek statement, it adds another compelling layer to the conclusion of the criminal's story. Suggesting that Hill's personality won't mesh well with civilian life, Goodfellas ends with a sarcastic smile from the lead and the prickly voice of Vicious. Number 7. Mad World by Michael Andrews featuring Gary Jules. Donnie Darko. Among the most beloved cult films of the 2000s, Donnie Darko was full of breakout performers and amazing songs.
Why are you wearing that stupid funny suit?
Why are you wearing that stupid man suit?
As the titular outsider wonders about his newfound visions, tracks like Mad World give the film its richly textured 80s setting. In the film's final montage, the death of the lead character hangs over the remaining cast as they reel from the tragedy. Accompanying that sequence, Michael Andrews and Gary Jules' version of Mad World turns a throwback song into a poignant piano ballad.
All around me are familiar faces.
The singer's voice laments the absurdity of modern life, along with the various characters' fates coming to fruition.
It's a very, very mad world. Mad world.
Donnie Darko played audiences with its sci-fi and horror ideas, but also left a lasting impression with its usage of this remixed hit. Number 6. Lose Yourself by Eminem. 8 Mile. In a semi-autobiographical film, Eminem played a Detroit factory worker chasing his dream of being a local rap legend.
Now while he stands tough, notice that this man did not have his hands up. This free world's got you gassed up.
After his character Jimmy wins his final battle, 8 Mile closes with the rap anthem Lose Yourself. Tapping into his real story and upbringing, the fury of Mather's verses feel especially fitting for such an authentic movie.
Look, if you had one shot, one opportunity.
In many ways, the entire track provided its own epilogue to secure the performer's mythic status. Solidifying Eminem's abilities as an artist, it's hard to imagine the inspirational tale ending with any other song.
His palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy. There's vomit on his sweater already, mom's spaghetti.
Becoming bigger than the movie and its ending, this Oscar-winning hit propelled the MC's career to the next level. Number 5. Don't You Forget About Me by Simple Minds. The Breakfast Club. There are few film and song combos as legendary as The Breakfast Club and Don't You Forget About Me.
Is that for real?
You want to come over sometime?
That's bull. It's all part of your image. I don't believe a word of it.
Defining the landscape of the 80s, this teen film provided iconic lines, heartbreaking scenes, and a soundtrack for the decade.
Just imagine my surprise when I looked into your eyes and saw through your disguise.
Following a productive detention session, the 5 students part ways as Simple Minds claims that they'll never forget about each other. Among the iconic images from the film, the track blares as Bender throws his fist into the air.
Sincerely yours, The Breakfast Club.
Don't you forget about me.
If nothing else, the freeze frame helps sell the inspirational sound of the hit single. Whether or not the teenagers remained friends, the movie and song give the cathartic film a cheerful ending. Number 4, We'll Meet Again by Vera Lynn, Dr. Strangelove. With a surprisingly funny vision of nuclear war, Dr. Strangelove stands as one of the blackest Cold War satires in history. Even though the film ends with nuclear war, there was still room for an ironic song to make it all funny. Kind of. Using Vera Lynn's version of We'll Meet Again, director Stanley Kubrick capped off one of his best movies with a hilarious needle drop.
Monsieur has walked.
We'll meet again.
Who knew that visions of explosions could be made to look somewhat hilarious? All it took was the filmmaker's subversive genius to make such destruction sound palatable. With this historic song usage, the genre of film satire was never quite the same.
Smiling through, just like you always do.
Number 3, Wake Up by Rage Against the Machine. The Matrix. In 1999, The Matrix set a new standard for action filmmaking.
Adaptation, improvisation. But your weakness is not your technique.
It was thematically important that the film end with an image to send viewers out into the world. As Neo prepares to fly, the rumblings of Wake Up by Rage Against the Machine build until the hero takes flight. A metaphor for the characters waking up to reality, the use of this rap rock song underscores the film's philosophical explorations.
A world without rules and controls, without borders or boundaries. A world where anything is possible. Where we go from there is a choice I leave to you.
It's a gut punch of fierce guitar that's nothing short of energizing. It's no small feat to end an action film on such a high note, and the use of Wake Up is just the right song to make it all worth it. Number 2, The Sound of Silence by Simon Garfunkel. The Graduate. With a soundtrack from Simon Garfunkel, the iconic film The Graduate features many reflective pieces such as The Sound of Silence. Bookending the film, this mournful track captures the lead character Ben in a state of uncertainty. He spends the entire film looking for a greater purpose. First with a complicated affair with Mrs. Robinson.
Will you unzip my dress? I think I'll go to bed.
Oh, well, good night.
At the film's end, Ben steals Mrs. Robinson's daughter Elaine from the altar and boards a bus to start a new life. As the couple realizes that they have no idea where they're going, this Paul Simon-penned classic plays over their complicated expressions. This iconic song perfectly sums up the ambiguity and ambivalence at the heart of The Graduate.
In restless dreams I walk alone, narrow streets of cobblestone, neath the halo of a street lamp.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1, Where Is My Mind by Pixies. Fight Club. There are few ending songs that capture the mood and tone of a film better than Where Is My Mind.
Why would anyone possibly confuse you with me?
I don't know.
You got it.
Director David Fincher concludes his mind-bending satire with a trippy Pixies track that questions reality itself. With the narrator witnessing the depth of his illness, the musical number kicks off as the world around him literally crumbles. Edward Norton's immortal last line feels even more ironic with distorted guitars ringing out underneath him.
You
You met me at a very strange time in my life.
Having endured a story about disassociation from oneself and society, it's only fitting that this alternative rock piece finishes out the movie. Possibly the most memorable final song choice in film, Fight Club and Where Is My Mind will always be a part of pop culture history.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.